I'm high right now.
If I could sign up, put my consent down to die for my country, I should be able to put my consent down to burn my lungs.
Recently, it feels like everywhere you go in New York City, you can see and smell marijuana.
Recreational marijuana now legal in New York.
But since legalization took effect in March 2021, vendors have been popping up everywhere. While smoking weed is legal anywhere that smoking cigarettes is, selling it is subject to much stricter regulations.
Okay, I'm here with
Jeannie.
Nice. And what do you do?
I do a few things: marketing, modeling, and content creation.
Oh, nice. What kind of content creation?
Fashion.
Ah, interesting. Look very fashionable today.
Thank you.
All right, so today's question is around weed. What do you think about the legalization of weed in New York?
Felt like it was bound to happen. I thought it was legal already. I didn't know it was so recent. When was it?
I think it was
recent, right?
like after the pandemic, like 2021. Yeah, but I'll put
yeah,
fact check in.
That's fairly recent.
Yeah.
But since legalization took effect in March 2021,
I mean, it just makes sense. I think New York's like one of the most progressive states in the US, so it makes sense. And people are always going to do it anyways, so yeah.
And do you partake in weed?
I do. I'm high right now.
I couldn't tell if you hadn't said you were high right now.
I'm usually quite calm anyways, but it makes me even more calmer.
More calm, okay.
Yeah.
And why do you smoke weed?
I started smoking with cigarettes actually. Kind of started doing it for like the aesthetic, to be mysterious, you know. But it wasn't a joke anymore after a while. But I'm like take anti-aging very seriously, which is kind of which is definitely contradictory to smoking cigarettes. It ages you faster.
Okay.
So I was like, I need an alternative. So I was like, okay, let me just try weed. And at first I didn't like really like it, or I didn't know there was like different strains really. So I was like, oh, it's making me hungry. Like I don't think I could do either. But I think I figured out what works for me. Like I don't get, well, that's kind of a lie, honestly. I ate my whole entire Panera sandwich earlier. And I could tell my stomach was hurting, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really high. That's why.
So,
yeah, it does affect me.
Okay, so cigarettes versus weed, what are your thoughts? Like, so you moved from one to the other. How did
Yeah.
you find that change to be?
There's things I like and don't like about both. Smoking, I like how it's like very easy to do, and it just feels a little bit more glamorous.
Cigarettes?
Yeah, they
Okay.
feel more glamorous for sure. Weed kind of feels like trashy, but obviously like it's not good for your health, your liver, your lungs. So yeah, I think there's a lot more health risks with it, which like if you're doing it every day consistently, it's gonna add up over time. So that's what I was worried about with weed. The only thing I feel like it's more like it's a gateway drug. It's not that hard, and it's like a pretty decently quick payoff too. Like cigarettes, I feel like you can feel it right away. Weed, not as much, not as quickly. But
Has it been a gateway drug for you?
actually, no, because I haven't done anything else besides weed.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say it on camera. I mean, there's like certain things I would try, but I don't know. I'd have to feel comfortable.
Okay.
I'm kind of scared to try it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Aside from obviously feeling hungry in it, I guess makes you a little bit more relaxed.
Super relaxed. Super.
What else have you noticed about weed and its effects on you?
I can have really good conversations with people because of it.
Like right now, yeah.
Really, like I can just talk for hours with it, and just whenever people ask me like deep questions, I just really get into it. And then usually I'm like, why are we talking about this? This is so stupid. That happens a lot. And another thing that happens is I forget a lot of things too. Like I forget what I just talked about. It gives me like memory loss.
Do you think you forget this interview?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's interesting. So it seems like doing weed for you helps you in terms of conversations and so on. And so you've never had any situations where it's maybe made you anxious or nervous or anything like that? It's always just been overall positive?
I feel like it actually helps me with anxiety. I get anxiety quite often, randomly. I don't know if it's something that I need to get diagnosed, but I get it pretty common and just for no reason. So I feel like weed just helps me relax. And yeah, it just takes away like social anxiety, I feel like, especially. And it helps me like feel good when I'm by myself, like less self-conscious.
Okay. And which state did you say you're from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. What's the situation there in terms of weed?
I think it's legal there.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. I never did it really there, so,
Okay.
but yeah.
Any final comments or thoughts about weed or legalization in the USA of it?
I don't want to say anything political. I decline to comment.
All right. Do you think there should be a minimum age to get weed, smoke weed?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
What age do you think that should be?
I suppose, it's 21, right?
For alcohol, yes. I don't know
Weed
for weed.
is 18.
Okay.
Is it 18? I think it should be 21 as well. I feel
Okay.
like 21 is a good solid number. That's when you get a lot of privileges. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Any final comments?
No.
No? Thank you so much. It was great. I'm here with your name?
Nathaniel.
Nice. And where you from?
I'm from around St. Louis, Missouri.
Nice. Cool. So, New York has, well, how can I say this? A like for weed from what I've seen so far in my time here. How does that compare to Missouri?
Compared to Missouri, for around St. Louis area, you know, you're downtown, obviously a little bit more presence, but kind of like towards a little bit more suburbs area, you just don't see it as much as you do here. It's not quite so, just like, I mean, here every street corner, it's like, it's there. Not so much in Missouri.
And what do you think about that? What do you think about, you know, the legalization of weed, just not in New York, but I guess in obviously places as well?
Yeah, for sure. I would say, for me personally, I don't appreciate the smell too much.
Yeah, the number one thing I smell right now is pot. It's like everybody is smoking a joint now, you know?
So I would say I would not appreciate it too much. But, you know, I think, you know, it is a free country. It is an opportunity for people to, you know, kind of do what they want. But from my perspective, it isn't something I would do. But, you know, you have your free will.
What do you think could be done to create, I guess, a better situation for those who want to smoke weed versus those who don't necessarily want to smoke it and want to smell it?
I would say the only thing that I can really think of that would be a helpful answer is more designated areas. But to be honest, really, you can't have both not and also. And so either you have to have your areas of where it is able to happen or you have it everywhere. So.
But maybe something like, you know, designated smoking spots within the city, and then you know those are where you go to smoke and then others maybe not. Any other final thoughts about weed and I guess in general with weed? Yeah.
Not too much. I would say don't do it.
All right. Fair enough. Cool. Thank you.
So, yeah.
I'm here with your name?
Isaac.
Cool. Nice to meet you. Where you from?
Virginia.
Nice. So weed has been legal in New York for a while now. What do you think about that? How have you found your experiences of weed in New York?
So I've only been in New York for like a week, but it's also legal in a bunch of other areas. I think it's better if it's legal, probably. So you don't have to go get it through sketchy sources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you smoke weed yourself or indulge in weed?
I have. I did in high school. I don't now, but it was a good time. Yeah.
Did you notice anything about, I guess, weed or smelling weed or observing it in New York while you've been here?
Definitely more potent than other places, but also I'm from San Francisco, so it's like very potent there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it more potent, San Fran or New York?
Probably New York, but in California, in general, California, I would say.
So you indulge in it a bit. Why do you think there is such an issue with some people wanting weed to be legalized, some people not wanting weed to be legalized?
I mean, I think it's like anything. I think people see others that consume it in too high quantities, so they see a bunch of negative effects. Also, just like in public, I guess you see negative effects sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like alcohol. We had a ban on alcohol at one point, and that's gone now.
All right. Any final comments about weed in general?
I think it's like pretty good. I think it's good till you're like, maybe till you're like 30 or something like this. Yeah.
So you feel there's an age cap?
Yeah, I think there's an age cap. Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know. At like 30, it gets weird. Like it's like it also. I feel like at least for me and pretty much everyone else I talk to has gotten as you get older like worse. Like it actually feels worse, and the effects aren't as good, and you're not like as happy, and a bunch of weird things happen. I think it's like a necessary thing as your brain is developing like a few times. Yeah.
Well, Snoop Dogg's like the national ambassador for weed in the US.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? What do you think about that?
I like Snoop Dogg a lot, yeah.
But he's a lot older than 30, so...
I think some people can handle it, maybe. I can't.
Right, fair enough, fair enough. And have you seen any people, I guess, having weed and it's had a negative effect, or maybe even a positive effect on their life?
For sure, yeah. I've had a lot of friends that smoked like most days in high school, and it didn't turn out well. So
oh, really? What happened?
I think they still smoke most days, and they kind of just like, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but they're not
productive.
They're not productive, but it's also like, I think it has like a negative mental health effect on a lot of them. So
interesting.
Yeah.
In what way?
They're just like sad, pretty sad now. Yeah.
Right. Do you think that's the weed that's making them sad, or is it just kind of exacerbating what was already there?
I think a lot of it is the weed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Mel Sanchez.
Nice. And where you from?
I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
Nice. So weed's been legal for a while in New York. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, New York definitely should have legalized it, but I feel like marijuana should just be legal all over. My boy's in Greece right now, but he's smoking cigarettes and drinking. He like 18, but no weed. buns. It's crazy to me.
And do you have weed yourself? Do you dabble in weed yourself?
I do enjoy it
Yeah?
daily.
Have you tried some in New York? And have you found it to be?
I found New York weed to be. I find it nice. It's tasty. I like it. It's not like home, but home is different because of the feeling of home. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the situation in terms of legalization or non-legalization of weed in Connecticut?
Connecticut, it's actually not legalized it. It legalized it. It's perfectly legal in Connecticut.
Okay.
Connecticut is just weird with its gambling laws though. I can't do that online gambling shit, piss me off. But in terms of legalizing it, I feel like it's crazy to me that there's so many states that have it like illegal. Like North Carolina, it's a felony to walk around with a vape in your pocket, and in Texas they just made it illegal. Like it's so crazy to me that they keep switching up on it, and it's like they putting money into the wrong person's pockets. They talking about the economy, bro. Weed's a booming business.
That is true. That is true.
As of December 31st, the New York State cannabis industry passed $1 billion in total retail sales. And for the fiscal year ending March 31st, the New York legal weed industry is expected to generate $162 million in tax revenues, which is 4 times what was collected last year. And it's important to note that this tax revenue is earmarked for a couple special projects. 40% goes towards education spending across the state. 40% goes towards grants to support revitalization efforts in communities that were most harmed by cannabis prohibition. And 20% goes towards drug treatment and education.
Booming business. Look at Raw. It's a booming business.
What do you think about, should there be minimum legal ages for weed? And if so, what should that be?
I don't condone smoking weed under the age of 25 because it will mess with your brain, like your memory.
Interesting, okay.
But I believe if I could sign up, put my consent down to die for my country, I should be able to put my consent down to burn my lungs. It's no difference.
What is the age to, I guess, sign up for your country and potentially die?
18.
18?
Yeah, and you can't drink, smoke, or any of that until you're 21.
That's, yeah, you can see how there's a disparity between the two. But, you know, you can do one thing, like you can put yourself up to sacrifice for your country, but then something as simple as drinking or smoking, you can't do that. Wow, okay,
and if you're stationed in another country, you could drink, you follow all their laws. So it's kind of crazy. America's just a little backwards with it sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. It's like we take a step forward just to keep a little toe in the back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And how have you found it? Like, so there's a lot of, from what I've seen, a lot of people who smoke weed in New York. How have you found it in terms of like the smell and people's personalities and stuff?
Marijuana definitely has some of its ups in life because from what I've observed, it helps people like get a not cognitive thinking, but like get a straighter mind. Like sometimes it helps them really sort the issue out, but sometimes you gotta stay sober to think about things. You know, sometimes it's good to get high. Like I was just going through some shit, and like I had to put the spliff down and really think about it and cry. I had to let that go, but sometimes you gotta know when to pick it up and put it down. I'm not really one to speak out. Only reason why I'm sober right now is because I ain't home.
Okay. Do you think it's easy for people to know when to, you know, indulge in weed and when not to?
Here and there. I personally could say that I don't know when to not. Like I know when to not do it, obviously, and I know when to keep it away from me, like off my person. But like if it's just like a normal day and I got to do at the house, I'm gonna get high and do this at the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, I can't speak for everybody. You know, you could be high right now. I wouldn't even know it. Like
I'm not, but I get what you're saying.
Like, but I definitely do think that I shouldn't have smoked so much in high school.
Why'd you say that?
Because I did not do good my first 2 years. And my first 2 years, I low-key, like, I was just that kid that was in the bathroom the whole time. And I low-key felt like I missed out on so much.
Because you were smoking weed all the time?
Yeah, and like, and not just that, when I was home and shit, I wouldn't care about what's going on at school.
Okay.
So like I missed out on so many dances and shit, you know?
So you definitely think there should be a decent age limit, like when it starts? Yeah.
I mean, it's not really the age limit that's gonna mess with it. It's really just the community and how life is. Like, I grew up around hella marijuana. Like, weed was everything in my life, you know? So to me, I don't see it as an issue. Some people, they say, oh, it kills your brain, it's ruining your brain. To me, it's just life. Like, y'all drink alcohol, y'all ruining y'all liver. A liver's more important to me than what? Memories when I was 4. I mean, it'd be nice to know about it, but
fair enough. Any final comments about weed and legalization or non-legalization of it in the US?
I believe it should be legalized no matter what, but I don't think we should reform it. I think we should just declassify it as a drug and put it as, you know, like a tobacco or something. Cause it's crazy to me that you could go into a store, drop like what, $13 on a pack of cigarettes, but you have to spend what, $35 for an A fee? Like, nah, that's crazy to me. And sometimes they be taxing, they be throwing $15 on top of that, so it's like $50 for an A fee. That's really just boof. So it's not good. But if you get from plug, I mean, that's different. But yeah. But yeah.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Of course.
When you think about sort of the way that legal marijuana works in this country, it exists in these sort of like imagined borders, which is to say, like, states exist, laws exist, but we live in a country that's one continuous landmass. And so whether or not this new administration tries to crush the marijuana industry as it exists, like, it will always exist because people will always want pot. Without federal legalization, this shadow army of unremarkable cars will continue to fill the void of a regulated supply chain, crisscrossing the country and delivering hundreds of tons of illegal pot.
If I was going to sum up how legalization has changed things in just one word, it would be transparency. Growers can work out in the open and implement farming practices that are best for the land they're working on. And vendors who used to risk going to prison can now work legitimate jobs with real benefits. So maybe it's been a rocky road to get to this point, but I think in the long run, we'll be better off because of these changes. And let's face it, New Yorkers were going to smoke weed whether it was made legal or not.
Hi everyone, my name is Corday and I'm embarking on an exciting challenge going from 6,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. I need your help to achieve this. I am a YouTuber, I make great exciting videos, traveling, asking people about hot topics. You can check out my videos, subscribe, follow, share and like. Let's hit this target of 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. Together we can do this. Let the internet unite and let's make this happen.